This is Aker. What's up, everybody? We're at SHOT Show 2025. We're at the Thunder Fortis booth. This is amazing. I wanted to talk to these guys because I saw them at CES and my mind was absolutely blown due to the nature and the landscape right now of thermal imaging, night vision, and thermal fusion. I think what Thunder Fortis has done and will continue to iterate is definitely worth everyone to pay attention to. I'm here with Nancy and Blue, their tech team, and they're out of Taiwan. You guys out of Taipei or?
Yes, Taipei.
They're out
in Taipei.
Yes, and Blue, are you the head engineer? 你是那个工程师吗？
Yeah.
对，我是工程师。
Okay. So we're gonna have some more technical conversations in this interview. I'm very excited. Let's start with your guys' weapon sight here. Nancy, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
This is the gun sight. You are able to put it on guns, and you see the thermal image here. And then we also have a green dot. You can target your maybe animals or your enemies here at night, even without sunlight.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is just the pure thermal scope, correct?
That's correct.
And curious about this is a purely enclosed emitter. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So what is the field of view on this?
Field of view about 50 degrees.
What is the resolution of the sensor?
Resolution using VGA sensor. So the resolution is 640.
640.
Yeah. And
Got it.
times 512.
I see. 640 by 512. That's a substantial sensor.
Yeah.
And you guys are retailing this for?
We are retailing it for 2,000.
How long does the battery last?
The battery can last about 7 to 8 hours a day.
Is it external battery or you guys connect it?
Actually, you can use extra external battery, or you don't need to use it, but it will last 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah, so Blue, can you tell us a little bit about why you chose this form factor? This is a very unique looking scope, you know? 比较独特，看起来比较独特，不像其他人的那个 thermal scope.
在目前的枪的瞄具上，很常见是内混点，要么就瞄具，就是 scope 那种瞄具。
对。
那我们当初的想法就是说很简单，就是我把 thermal 跟大家常见的内混点做一个就是很好的结合，那兼顾快瞄的功能，也有在夜间透过就是热影像做观测的效果。
I think the theme at Thunder Fortis is they don't have to follow the old ways, right? They're not iterating on the old form factors, and we're gonna see that in the next products as well. Okay. So let's move down the line to your monocular.
All right.
Okay, can you guys tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, monoculars also mixed with two sensors. One is thermal sensor, and the other is the night vision. So, and we are also able to twist a little bit different angles. And you can mount it on helmets. So when you don't need it, you can put it.
Can it go all the way up? Okay, so
certain angle.
Okay,
like
okay, you can stow it away.
Yeah.
That's good. And then let's just see. Can you put this Wilcox mount all the way up? So it does stow away pretty well. You know, to reduce that the weight distribution on your head.
Yeah.
You can see that this unit is quite chunky. It's a bit thick, but it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the sensor on this, like the night vision sensor as well as the thermal?
Yeah.
What are the specs?
Yeah. For thermal one, it's also the same with VGA sensor. Yeah, and for night vision, you can use it under 0.001 lux.
Wow.
So actually, it's very, very good specs for hunters or for soldiers to use.
Absolutely.
Under, like, rugged environment. Yes.
How long does this battery last? Is there an internal battery?
There is no internal battery right now. We are using external battery.
Understood.
But we are improving it as a primary models right now.
Yeah. Blue, can you tell us a little bit about the thought process behind this? 你们对你跟我们叙述一下你的理想，怎么设计这产品？
因为在夜视的领域里面，我们思考的是说，怎么让比较没有长时间接受专业训练的人，能够更快上手这个夜视型的产品。那我们当初呢的想法是说，像双眼的体感，它是一个需要时间去适应的。那所以我们就选择用单眼的形式。那因为单眼的话，人的一眼可以看到真实的影像嘛，另外一眼就看到我们所谓的虚拟的影像。那其实对于人来讲的话，会相对比较 愿意去尝试这种入门级的产品，在这种领域里面。那第二个是因为现在夜视领域呢，其实除了光范管以外，我们也在思考是说如何让热影像跟光范管的影像能够做一个很好的融合，fusion， 那去帮助就是在不管是极低光的环境下去做一些对热源的搜索，这等等的之类的好处，帮助就是专业人士可以更快使用上手这个产品。
This product, what is the latency? 它会更改
40到50。
40 megahertz?
ms。
millisecond.
Milliseconds.
Yeah,
40
40 to 50.
40 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Okay, and this screen, the screen in the tube, what's the refresh rate? 怎么说 refresh
Refresh
rate?
rate.
就是1秒钟它会更改多少次
60 FPS.
Okay, so 60 FPS on
Yeah,
this.
60 FPS.
That should be good enough for not being woozy, because sometimes when it's low you kind of feel it's kind of sick.
Blur.
Okay.
It should be a blur.
So 60, that's good. I think users we're always going for the higher, right?
Of course.
90, 100,
Yes.
20 these days, but 60 I think is usable.
Yeah.
Can you say a little bit how much is this unit?
This one is right now for retail price is 3,000.
3,000.
Yes.
Okay. You cannot switch this, right? It's always on the right eye. You can't switch it to the left.
The prototype right now is right eye, but we are actually a customization company. They are doing some customization models. So
Yeah.
as long as we can have some discussion on the technical spec, we are able to do any modification
I
upon
see.
request.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the secret behind basically collimating the thermal as well as the night vision? There's, because the camera for the thermal is up here.
Yes.
The night vision is down here. There's some, discrepancy, right? There's discrepancy.
Yes.
You guys have to squeeze them together so
Yes,
it
yes.
looks the same.
Yes, yes.
Right? And what is, I guess, the range in which it starts not being good? Like if
Yes.
I'm standing here, it's going to
Yeah.
be very different, right? Like what is the range where it starts to overlap better?
它要融合，就是
融合
可见光跟
就是它的距离
不可见光的
对
融合。，
有一个理想的距离吗？就是
有，我们会比较建议是3米。
3米。
对，3米以外的话，它会是一个比较好的叠合效果。
如果太近的话，它会
它会有视差，它会视差。对。
对
但我们这题的话，我们也会有在思考，是说我们会调成2种模式，一个是近距离的时候，它可以有另外一个位移的角度；那远距离的话，它就是另外一个位移的角度。
Oh, okay.
Very
interesting. There is logic on the board that can see like, okay, it's not matching up. I'm going to switch modes and then try to reconcile the images that way. So let's go to the last product, the one that absolutely blew my mind.
This is the IVES, so it did not have external battery as well.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it did not have internal battery. You need to connect to a power bank.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have 3 lens here.
Yep.
We have laser rangefinder, so you're able to measure distance.
Yep.
Okay, and the second one is night vision.
Yep.
So at the dark night, you are able to see it.
It's also 0.001 lux.
Yeah, 0.001 lux.
Okay.
Yeah, we can improve the specs. upon
Absolutely.
request. And also thermal. We are also using VGA.
Yeah.
The same.
Is it
like-
the 512 by 640?
Yeah, 640 by 512. Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. Yeah. So here we have the fans that would be able to diffuse the heat.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Tell me a little bit about all these buttons behind here. There's a lot of buttons.
the buttons.
Yeah.
We have actually thermal buttons and
Uh-huh.
also night vision buttons.
Yep.
And you can adjust the image.
Yep,
Like
the
kind
gain,
of-
basically.
little bit calibration.
Yep.
And some of the buttons are left empty because you are able to add function like Wi-Fi.
Customize
So it's-
it.
Yeah, customize it.
Wow.
So we are actually AI companies. They are able to doing.
They're not a hardware company, guys. They're a software
We are
company.
software
There's a
company.
software company.
Yes,
PE ratio, 100 PE ratio. Okay, this is absolutely awesome because it just does not look like what we think of as thermal fusion goggles, right? When we have thermal fusion these days, it's a clip-on. Or it's gonna look like something like this goggle, right? You have the thermal here and then you have the tube here. This is just throwing away all of the rules and starting from as a new form factor. And I see that you can flip it down so that you
Yes.
have a better
Mixed with reality.
mixed reality.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Can you tell me more specs? I'm very curious. Let's just say it's thermal only. How much does how long does the battery last?
Thermal only battery. Because it connected to the power bank.
Yep.
So as long as the power bank has power, you
Yep.
are able to still use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So because there's no battery inside.
There's no internal battery, and that's
Yeah.
fine because usually you're running a battery on the back
Yeah,
of
at the
your
back, so
balances
here.
out, right?
Yeah.
I will say this though for everyone watching this weighs nothing. This literally weighs nothing, like half a pound. How heavy is this?
It's just a few grams.
It's
not even heavy. Less than 1
It's insane. Like this thermal fusion with the rangefinder, nothing. It
Yeah.
feels like a baseball, maybe less than a baseball.
Maybe iPhone.
Yeah, an iPhone. You know, you actually might have a battery in your back
the
that's
back.
weighing it back because the battery is way heavier than this.
Yes.
Okay.
They're also designing a battery that's able to fit here.
Yep.
For longer usage.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
like here, and then right now we are using normal power bank.
Yep.
But in the future we are going to have a battery specific for this device.
The reason why I ask about the different functions, right? So like sometimes I don't want the thermal. I just want the night vision.
Yes.
Right? Versus I just want the thermal. I don't want the night vision. Right? I'm wondering about the different power consumptions on that.
Power
Or is it always turned on? Can I turn the thermal off?
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
If you want to use certain like function, you can do that.
Yeah.
So you want to know like specific length.
Yes,
can
exactly.
use-
Because like
Oh.
thermal usually has more power consumption, right? So let's just say my battery's low. I'm like, okay, I don't need the thermal right now. I'm hiking in the woods, right? I don't need the
Oh.
thermal right now. I just turn it off. So
消
then
耗
对
就单
消耗能
用一个功能可以用多久这样子？
你说一般的
一般的
Power
power bank 可以用多久？比如说它不要全部都 fusion 起来，只要用其中一个。
OK，如果时间是夜视 only 的话，就是以一般的 power bank 的话，大概也是8到10个小时。
OK，八到十，
那
5000milliamp hours，right？
对，
5000的对
那如果今天是 thermal only 的话，其实也差不多。
OK，
但是如果这两个加起来的话，我觉得可能会就是降到4到6个小时。
是啊，
对，是，对。
Thank you guys so much. It's I don't think the night vision thermal world is ready for this. Honestly, you're seeing it here first. Seriously, like, oh my god, Thunder Fortis, dude. What the fuck? Out of Taiwan. All the parts are made in Taiwan. How does that work? The injection molding, the circuitry, the lenses. Where do you guys get the sensors from?
The sensor is also not from China, but from other countries.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Taiwan we have to follow specific rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably equivalent of ITAR in Taiwan where they have, blacklists on trading.
We have to strictly follow the rules. So,
Sure.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about where your suppliers are from? Are they from Korea? From Japan? Oh,
our secret.
It's a secret. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just know that it's not from China. Okay, it's not from China.
Yes.
How do we keep following the developments of this? Because I mentioned to you, I think that this product will just keep getting better and better.
Yes.
And you know, this is the first generation.
Yeah, we have like a website.
Yeah.
Thunder Fortis.
Yep.
So you can
I'm gonna
follow
link
the
all of
website.
this in the
Yeah.
description. So please give these guys a follow because
Yes.
I mean there needs to be innovation in the night vision space, the thermal fusion space. This is it. So this is Techfluid CES 2025 Thunder Fortis booth. We out here. Thank you so much.